The year is 2007, the iPhone just launched, the US had a subprime mortgage crisis, The Sopranos ended, teens all over were wondering what Delilah was up to in New York City, your friend slapped a Transformer logo on his Honda for some reason, but most importantly to us today, gaming rocked. And you can easily make the case that 2007 is one of, if not the greatest year for gaming. So what if we went back in time and experienced gaming like it was 2007? And well, I think the first thing we need to do, take a trip to GameStop. This GameStop right here, and you can kind of see the sign has been removed a little bit here, but this is actually the GameStop that I used to come to as a kid. It's been closed like many of the other GameStops, but this is the GameStop that I would come in, pick up my physical copy of all of my games back in the day. In 2007, I was a freshman in high school, still stressing out over random conversations and just moving through life as naive as ever. But obviously, it's no longer 2007, and I'm no longer that naive kid getting heavily into online gaming for the first time. So to relive that nostalgia, for the next week we'll be playing the best games of 2007. 7 days, 7 games. And to decide what games to play, I tried to take my bias out of it a little bit, and to do that I used Metacritic. Now I know review scores aren't perfect, but they are a good way to objectively pick out some of the best games of 2007. Plus this will allow you to rage at me for snubbing your favorite game. You're welcome. Well, let's get into it. Day 1. This first day would take me pretty far away from my normal comfort zone when it comes to gaming, and we would be hopping in and experiencing Final Fantasy VI. And I know you're likely confused. Arrrash, you said this is a video about the best games of 2007, and Final Fantasy VI came out in 1994. You are correct. However, in 2007, we would get a GBA port in the West, and it would end up being received very positively, garnering a Metacritic score of 92. Or as they put it, universal acclaim. So I vote it's valid. Now I've basically never played Final Fantasy, and the closest thing I've even played to a true JRPG is Pokemon. And I think we all know that's like baby's first JRPG. Hopping into Final Fantasy VI, the first thing that hits you is how much less games used to hold your hand. It pretty much just throws you straight in, and you gotta figure it out. And if you wanna figure out which way to go, you really have to pay attention to what the characters are saying. There's no giant arrows, no quest markers, you gotta actually read and figure out what the characters are saying. It even feels like in many cases, the abilities aren't even very well explained, and the different statuses just have this symbol, which back in the day, I'm assuming you would refer to the game manual to see what they meant, or maybe one of those classic strategy guides. Like this one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know why I own this. It's actually the only strategy guide that I own, but you know what? A strategy guide for Halo CE is pretty cool. Anyways, after slamming through enemies for a bit with your overpowered mechs and getting lost because I was too dumb to realize that you could kind of go under parts of the map, you eventually run into a frozen Esper, which does the classic gaming trope of resetting you. And this is where the game sort of begins as you work your way through the story, leveling up and meeting more characters to add to your party. Now obviously the main gameplay loop of Final Fantasy VI is classic turn-based JRPG-ness, which to me just played a lot like Pokemon but with a bit more depth to it. And I was really having a pretty good time, though I do have to say, I kind of hate random encounters. I'd end up progressing past the first section and head into the overmap to head to the next location, and here is where disaster struck. Bro, you take 2 steps and you get hit by more scorpions. All right, girl died. Oh my God, I think Boyo's gonna die too. Do I just take my L? Oh, I forgot that you can do that. Oh. Did you see my little guy try to run and he just died? Well, if I didn't save, do you just have to restart the whole game? I think I saved at that house. Oh. What? I saved? Bro, what? I thought those fucking things were save points. This is terrible news. Oh my. Yeah. So I learned the hard way that you actually have to manually save at these save points. I basically thought they worked like modern game checkpoints. They absolutely do not. This would cause us to have to restart the game, setting us back about an hour or so. But it was really interesting hopping into a classic JRPG like this as someone who generally doesn't play them. Because I can easily see how you would drop 50 plus hours into something like this, just talking to all the characters, grinding out encounters, and just kind of exploring the world. I'd progress through the story a bit more and meet some more friends, and eventually get a ride on a chocobo for a bit, though I learned if you hop off of them, they kind of just leave, which is very unfortunate. Oh, you can get off the chocobo? Oh, shit. I did not mean to get off the chocobo. Now I just have to walk? This is dastardly news. Now I get attacked by shit? In true noob form, I'd eventually work my way to the Vargas fight, just to misunderstand how my character's ability works. What? I screwed up. I fucked it up. Am I gonna have to redo the whole fight? God damn it. After getting back there, I'd end up taking him out and then not progress too much further into the game, though we would ride a raft around for a bit and also get a cool ninja assassin guy in our party after killing Ultros, and spamming heals with Banan for a bit. Overall, Final Fantasy VI was really fun. I could actually see myself returning to it, though I'd probably just play the version on Steam. Well anyways, day 2. Team Fortress 2, which released back in October of 2007, and as I'm sure you know, would go on to be massively successful. However, I thought for true nostalgia's sake, instead of playing the PC version, which still gets updates, don't kill me TF2 community, I know you've kind of been left out to dry. Instead though, we would play the Xbox 360 version of Team Fortress 2, which came in the orange box. I was actually shocked to figure out that these servers are still up, and while the population is pretty small, it's still playable. Now, I believe the last time the 360 version of Team Fortress 2 got an update was April 2nd of 2008, which is absolutely crazy. Hopping into 360 Team Fortress 2, the first thing I noticed is, well, the Valve didn't give any aim assist, so aiming in this game is an absolute struggle. It's also pretty content light. There are about 6 maps in total, which are just the original 6 that launched with the game in 2007. However, none of the maps that were added later on have been brought to the console version. The console version is also missing all of the balance changes, hats, items, etc. This is basically vanilla Team Fortress 2, or as close to it as you can find. Now that has its pros and cons, and I'm not a huge Team Fortress 2 player, but there is a cool simplicity to this version. One thing that's really cool is the community has managed to create modded lobbies, but they're not like the weird COD modded lobbies in something like MW2 that you get thrown into and just get max prestige instantly. Instead, these just improve the game. They raised the player limit from a lobby above the 16 player cap that was set on console, along with being able to set your FPS to 60 and increase your FOV. All really nice quality of life things. It's not perfect, but it makes the game feel a lot more smooth, and again, for a 360 title, that's pretty crazy, because anyone can use these improvements, not just people with a modded console. At first, I will admit, I wasn't really having a good time, but after starting to get a hang of it, by the end of the night, I was starting to feel it. Maybe I should stick to Soldier, maybe he's the only one that works. Oh, we got one. Oh, we got 2. Yo, I'm kind of him with the sniper. Alright, I lied, I'm not him anymore. Oh my god, they got like 6 turrets in here. Bro, what? My god, we got the whole team. The whole team is just turret. Oh my god, look at the kill feed right now. Holy moly, I just went ham, chat. I am him. Oh my gosh. I tried to play a little bit of all the different classes just to give them all a fair shake, and out of them I found Medic pretty hard to play, as I was just getting abandoned by my teammates. Or maybe I was just running off alone, whichever it was. Spy was pretty fun but hard to play, Sniping was really hard to aim, Demo Man was absolutely OP at holding down a choke point, and Engineer, while I personally never accomplished much, their turrets put in absolute work on many of the maps. Pyro seemed decent, especially since you didn't have to aim as much, same as Soldier, but what I found the most enjoyable to me was just Scout. That fast movement made it easy to get back into combat when I died, and oh, I died a lot. Plus the shotgun actually melted people a bit. Guys, 30 seconds, hurry! Oh, we got one with the pistol. I'm that guy. They doubted me, chat, but never doubt me, the Scout. Alright, you can go. Oh my god, that's 2, chat. Oh, we're out of pistol ammo. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm going in! Never mind. Yeah, I was playing a little bit of Pyro earlier. That might just be the play. Oh, here, this. Oh! I'm him. I'm him again. Oh my god, guys. 3 kills in a row? Alright, well, 3 is the best that I can do. Wait, hold on. Wait, I thought you could one-shot people if you hit them in the back, chat. My whole life's been a lie. Haha, I'm still better than him, though. I also learned that after all these years, Overwatch copied the snipe charge mechanic from T-Fortress 2. I knew there was a reason that I always hated Overwatch. TF2 is a lot of fun, and the community still playing on Xbox is actually really kind. I would absolutely recommend the experience, but I'm also kind of a sucker for niche communities keeping older games alive. I just find that cool. So now we've played a classic JRPG on the Game Boy Advance, and an FPS that literally changed monetization for multiplayer gaming. What's next? Well, I think it's time to see what PlayStation had cooking back in 07. Now, it's important to remember that while the PS3 was out by this time, releasing in late 2006, Sony had not cut off the PS2 quite yet due to its massive install base. And on top of that, the early PS3s also had backwards compatibility, which means studios were still releasing PS2 games. Actually, studios released PS2 games for a long time. Just as a funny bit of trivia, if you ever get asked, the last game to get released for the PlayStation 2 was Pro Evolution Soccer 2014. Yeah, you heard me right, 2014. So this leads us to March of 07, where Santa Monica Studio would drop the sequel to their heavily loved God of War title from 05. Similar to its predecessor, God of War 2 would receive glowing reviews, and this would be my first ever time playing it. It's actually the first time that I've played any of the original more hack and slash style of God of War games, as I've only played the first of the reboots. Hopping in, I decided to play on hard for some reason, and that was a horrible choice. No way, dude! Why did he fucking left arm me? I hate life. Bro, it's asking me if I want to switch to easy already. But after smacking my head against the wall for a bit against that first giant, I would start to make some decent progress in the game, mostly getting stuck on the elite style enemies it would introduce or some of the other bosses. The game is a lot of fun, though I will admit getting used to the camera was a bit of a struggle, and I'm also just really bad at this type of game. God of War 2 also had these cool finishing moves, which reminded me a lot of the modern Doom glory kills, so it was cool to possibly see some of the early influences for this mechanic, or maybe it came from somewhere else, but that's just what it reminded me of. I can easily see though how God of War became such a loved franchise. Progressing through the game was really fun, though I was completely lost when it came to the story. I'm not sure if that's because I didn't play the first game or because I'm not well versed in Greek mythology, but either way, I had no clue what was going on. I also had to fight some pretty tough enemies as I progressed that I felt like were going to be the death of my controller having to wiggle around the thumbstick so much. No! Let's go, baby! I can't wait to fight many more of those. I also must admit I was not expecting God of War to have these chains of pace sections with the flying combat, which was definitely interesting, though these enemies were also getting the best of me. Less than ideal, less than ideal. Dude, it's every time they introduce a new enemy, I swear, it's like, oh, we got a new one, and then you fight one, then you fight two. It was the same with the snake ladies. Ah, shit, it's over, it's over, it's over. And after about 4 hours and a ton of deaths, I closed out the night on God of War 2, taking on Theseus, and I won't lie, I kind of wish there was a health bar for these, just to kind of know how you're doing. Ah! No! Do we do it? Oh, baby! Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait. Oh my god, dude, that's brutal. Yo!
Let the rage of the Titans drive your blades.
Let's go, baby! We did it. Whew. Overall, though, I had a great time on God of War 2, and it's definitely a game that I kind of want to go back and finish, though I might go play the OG game first. Maybe then I'll have some clue what's going on. I also kind of want to try the difficulty above hard. I'm sure it'll absolutely dominate me. So that means in 3 days we now played the classic RPG for the GBA, a 360 port of an extremely popular PC shooter, and now an iconic PlayStation hack and slash title. Honestly, this is the most diverse that my gaming has been in years. Day 4 though, we would be returning to something a bit more in my normal wheelhouse. The 07 title, Call of Duty 4, developed by none other than Infinity Ward, a game that truly revolutionized FPS games for both good and bad. Now, unlike the other 3 games in this list so far, I played a ton of COD 4 back in the day, but it's time to hop back in and re-experience it, and to do so I picked up a 360 copy so that we could try and find some multiplayer matches, and maybe even pop into the campaign. Hopping in, the multiplayer is still populated, though nothing crazy. However, I was able to easily find both TDM lobbies and search and destroy matches throughout the night. Other playlists were a bit more of a struggle. Pretty much right away I realized hopping back into COD 4 was like a whole new world, as the game feels totally different than modern COD. Despite that though, once I got the hang of the aiming a bit, I was able to string together some decent gameplay, getting plenty of UAVs and a fair bit of airstrikes. However, I spent the whole night chasing that chopper, and the only time I got it was against this, so I don't really think that counts. One thing I really noticed in COD 4 compared to modern COD is the guns actually feel different. These days in COD it feels like everything is the same. You just toss the meta attachment onto whichever gun has the best stats, and voila, you have yourself a laser. But on COD 4, the guns really felt like they had their own roles. The M4 is the low recoil assault rifle, the AK has higher damage but higher recoil, the SMGs actually feel like SMGs and are difficult to use at longer ranges, and the M16, well, the M16's OP. But even at that, it's mostly a mid to long range death machine. Now, I'm not claiming COD 4 is the peak of game balance. Actually, let's be real, far from it. More so just that things felt different, and to me that is fun. I also had a lot of fun just re-experiencing the old COD 4 maps. The game just had so many good maps, and even the bad maps of COD 4 seemed leaps better than the bad maps of the modern Call of Duty games. I even ran into this group of dudes in Search and Destroy that are all regulars, and play COD 4 S&D with each other on almost a nightly basis. Though sadly my capture card didn't pick up the beautiful 360 voice chat, they were really fun to play with. This so far though has probably been the most fun I've had working on this video, but it's also a little unfair, because COD 4 is one of my favorite games of all time, so this was really like hopping back into my childhood, but I absolutely loved hopping back in, and at times the glimpses of my old skill were there. That guy's using a shotgun. Oh my god, oh, triple? Wait, was that 2? Oh my god, we got 3, baby. Now, the plan was to play 2 to 3 hours of multiplayer and then go back and re-experience the campaign a bit, but I'm gonna be honest, I was having so much fun playing the multiplayer, I just ended up doing that the entire night. It's crazy how revolutionary COD 4 was back in 2007, and to me it's cool that it's still playable today, even if the player base is pretty small. Well, speaking of games that I loved back in 2007, for day 5, I think it's time we hit Halo 3, my favorite game of all time. So yeah, I'm a bit biased. However, how biased can one be when the menu alone can invoke feelings that you thought were long gone? The amount of memories I have on this game are unmatched by any other game that I've ever played. Whether it's playing co-op, custom games, ranked all night with my friends, Halo 3 was an experience that I am extremely glad I got to have back in the day, and even though I'm still a Halo fan to this day, let's be honest, I've been chasing the high of Halo 3 for well over 15 years now. Now sadly, unlike Call of Duty 4, Halo 3 isn't as well preserved, you could say. You can still play the campaign and multiplayer in the Master Chief Collection. However, for this video, I felt like it was important to play the original version of the game in its true low FPS glory. So for that, we're popping out the actual 360 version of the game. Matchmaking in this was sadly shuttered by Microsoft a few years back. However, a project known as Project Sunrise has revived matchmaking for the title, and also some other Halo titles like Reach. So thanks to their community, we were actually able to hop in and play some glorious OG Halo 3 in 2025. I do want to note that even without Project Sunrise set up, you can actually just still invite people and play customs with your friends. And also, it's just the host for the matchmaking lobby that needs a modded console with Sunrise. Everyone else can just be playing on a default 360 or any of the backwards compatible consoles, so one of the series consoles or just an Xbox One. Now I will say, hopping back into Halo 3 was probably the most giddy that I've been working on this entire video, and it was an absolute blast. And at one point in the night, we had a full 16-player lobby rocking some BTB, so huge props to y'all for showing up. Oh my god, a flare! I got flared! Now the first thing I really noticed hopping back into OG Halo 3 is holy moly, it runs like ass compared to MCC. And with that, the game is a lot harder, like way harder to do anything. Aim, move, exist, it all feels worse due to the lower frame rate, FOV, and even the lack of modern aim settings that Halo now utilizes. But all of this kinda just has a charm to it. And when you start hitting those snipes again, or four-shotting someone with the BR, it just feels right. Oh, it's A? The oh! I was lucky. I'm him. Yo, am I improving? Are we becoming a better gamer? I think one of the best and most missed features is proximity chat. And back on OG, I was able to re-experience why proximity chat was so fun back in the day.
I'm trying to win this game.
I just hear Sepro walk by. I'm trying to win this game. Here we go. Let's BR him, dude. Tempera, come at him. Hey.
Leave me alone.
You got a blank melee. Not only did we play normal modes though, we also rocked some classic custom games like Jenga. Stop trying to push me off. Chipmunk, I don't appreciate you trying to push me off. I know you can hear me. Ah, no, what the fuck just happened? What? How did I get, what the heck? And most importantly, even in 2025, the community understands that this map is still ass. Oh, actually, hold on. Everyone veto standoff. Veto. All right, we got 10 out of 10 vetoes. That is the best work I've ever seen in my life. Also, we got BRs too. Pretty much everything about this Halo 3 night was amazing. I don't really have many bad things to say. People were hopping into game chat and using those horrible sounding 360 mics. We had a little banter, some camaraderie, and overall just had an amazing time. But it does really make me miss what we used to have. Though I'm still torn if that's just me chasing nostalgia in my childhood, but I can easily say to this day that Halo 3 is one of, if not the greatest game that I'll ever play. Oh wait, take here, I'll drive you, I got you. Can we get a gunner? Oh, let's go, baby. I don't take the safe route. Alright, in retrospect, I should have taken this. Oh, no, we're cooking. We are cooking. Defend this like our life depends on it. We're cooking. Let's go, baby. I died with the bomb, but it was worth it. No, I fucking rocketed myself off the map. Oh, wait, he's got snipe? Does he have snipe? Wait, was that a shotgun? Where? Oh, there it is. All right, this is going to come in handy. Like, I'm probably just not used to the weird FOV. And by weird, I mean very small. Oh, we got him. Hold on. He won't know we're here. Wait, it worked. He actually didn't know we were there. Okay, we're going ham. After a fantastic night of Halo 3, it was going to be hard to live up to that again, but we still had 2 days remaining in the week, and the next night would take us to Rapture, a game that scared me so much as a kid, I literally quit the game. This game would be none other than Bioshock, and hopping in, I can immediately tell that I missed out back in the day. The atmosphere alone in Bioshock makes it worth a play, but the combat and exploration also hold their own. Headed deep under the sea to Rapture, I would constantly be put on edge, and turns out, even in 2025, the game still scares me. Ah! Jesus Christ. Bioshock feels great though, whether it's zapping people or just popping off heads. Hold on, let me go pop someone with this thing. Oh! Right in the dome, dude. I also realized that Bioshock has a little bit of Metroidvania in it, and I didn't realize that before, as there's multiple sections that I ran into where you actually can't progress until you find a new ability, and then you have to backtrack and use that ability to open up a path that was previously closed off. You also find new weapons, upgrades, and perks as you go, like this shotgun, which I think is my favorite gun so far. Wait, was this just sitting there the whole oh, motherfucker. This is, no, I don't like this.
I'm your better.
Bro, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Don't like this. Oh my god. I have like negative health right now. Alright, are we good? Eventually, I'd reach the first boss, and hilariously, this would happen. Someone's trying to heal. Did he left? Wait, I won? Oh, he died to the fucking... Yo. It's really hard to put into words, but Bioshock is just extremely immersive and really had me hooked, and it's definitely a game that I will be going back to finish after this week. However, if I had some complaints, I'm already pretty over the hacking minigame and taking pictures of the various enemies. I could definitely go without these, or just much less of it. The difficulty in Bioshock is also interesting. I popped it on hard, and some of the boss fights or fights versus the big daddies are absolutely brutal, but instead of being sent back to a true checkpoint where you have to reload the game, you just respawn back at the Vita chamber with the health bars of your enemies maintained. So if you get stuck, you can kind of just brute force your way through until you defeat the enemy that you're stuck on. I think a later DLC might have added an option to play without the chambers, or at least it added an achievement for it, so I might try that when I pick up the game again. But you know what? Maybe it's better to just play Bioshock for the vibes. And I can easily see now why people still hype up this game. And now we have reached the final day, and that means the final game. And to be honest, I'm kind of sad about it. This week has been the most fun I've had in gaming in a long time. And I hate to be that sappy dude yapping about nostalgia and oh, back in my day. But I'll just say 2007 had some all-time great video games that basically all still hold up to this day. But for our final day, we would be taking on another game that I actually never played back in the day. And that is Super Mario Galaxy. I'm not sure why, but for some reason I've never really played any of the 3D Mario games. Is Galaxy the best starting point? Well, if not, it's too late. Let me cut to the chase. I absolutely missed out as a kid. Galaxy is absolutely amazing, and even though I only put 3 or 4 hours in so far, I am hooked. I will definitely be returning this one to 100% it. Now obviously my lack of Mario experience was clear pretty quickly. Oh. No! Can't believe our first death like this! But what I really enjoy is that every planet is totally fresh. The variety is crazy, and maybe that's just me coming from someone who doesn't frequent Mario games or the platforming genre in general, but each of the planets that I've hit so far feels like it could be the basis for its own small game. I even got to do my favorite thing, race. Oh my god. Oh, I did it. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Not only though are the platforming challenges really unique as you go, you also get these cool boss fights that make you tackle them in different ways. Alright, did we defeat him? Yeah, take that, dude. This guy's using karate block moves out here. Did I win? Wow, dude, I'm too good for this game. Just call me a fucking Mario player, alrighty? Basically, what I'm telling you is, play Super Mario Galaxy if you haven't. I am sad that I waited this long. Shoot, does that mean I have to play all the 3D Mario games now? It might. Towards the end of my session, I also got to try out the Comet levels, which are additional challenges that reuse the planets that you visit in different ways, and I really like how they added a unique spin to the areas that we already visited. Now that said, they're also very challenging. Are we done? Am I officially a speedrunner? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So normal jump. Long jump. Long jump just to be safe. Long jump to be safe. There we go, chat. There we go. But with our last day complete, that would wrap up our week back in 2007. I guess it's time to turn the clock forward. And you know what? It was a damn good time. I played some of my old favorites, some games that might become some of my new favorites, and some games that I probably would have never tried on my own. I really enjoyed the week. It was full of nostalgia, and most importantly, just fun. Plus, I didn't get a single microtransaction shoved down my throat the entire week, which definitely made my wallet happy. Don't worry though, if we ever do this video for 2024, I will make sure to blow an obsessive amount of money on Warzone skins. I hope this video was as fun for you guys as it was for me, and I think another year, or even experiencing more 2007 games, might be in order. Let me know below what you'd want to watch. But with that said, I want to give a huge shout out to all the YouTube members and the supporters over on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, that is the best way to do it, and you get some cool perks like being able to vote on future videos. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time.